everyone, welcome back to my channel. So just jumping right in, I'm just going to be picking up my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Fair, and I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics 102 concealer brush, and I'm just going to be priming my eyes. I like to use this concealer to prime just because it dries down really super fast. So starting off with eyeshadow, I'm just going to be picking up this shade Campy from the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palettes, and I'm just going to be blending this into my crease. Next, I'm using my Morphe R39 brush, and I'm picking up the shade Fired Up from the Morphe 35M palette, and I'm just going to be deepening up that crease. Next, I'm going back in with that yellow shade from the Life's a Drag palette. I'm just going to be blending out that orange shade that I previously just put on. And this look is just really super repetitive. I'm just going to be going back in with the exact same shades over and over again and just building it up. Now using the Morphe JH33 brush, I'm picking up the shade Power Slayer from that same Morphe palette, and I'm just going to be putting this in the outer corner of my eye and as well as the deepest point of the crease. Back in with that same orange shade, and I'm just going to be blending that out some more. Like I said, this is really super repetitive. I'm just going to be going in with the same shades over and over again. Then I'm going back in with that same yellow shade. It's really super important to keep on going back and forth between the same colors and just blending it out, adding a little bit more, blending it out, just because it just gives you the most like blended out look, and it's like a perfect gradient. Like I'm going back in with that same Power Slayer color, and I'm just going to be deepening it up some more. I felt like it wasn't deep enough, and I'll just keep on doing this because I'll just add a little bit more purple, and then I'll blend it out with the orange, and then I'll blend the orange out with the yellow, and then that's just how I do it. And then I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and that same concealer brush that I was using earlier, and I'm just going to be cutting out my crease. Now I'm going in with the shade Cake Face from the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette, and I'm using the Morphe M421 brush. This is just a flat shader brush, and I really like this white because it is just so bright, and I really like the contrast between the dark outer corner and the stark white like inner corner. I don't know, I think it makes it look so pretty. I'm using the Morphe JH42 brush, and I'm picking up the shade Bright Eyes from that same Morphe palette. This shade was actually the shade that inspired me to do this look completely. I absolutely loved it, and I knew I wanted to use it on my lid. I think I'm going to do another look actually using it. I'm going to do a full look, a full orange look instead of adding like more browns and purples like I did in this one. I want to do just a full orange look using that shade because it is absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm going back in with that Power Slayer color, and I'm just going to be deepening up that outer corner. Now using my Morphe E36 brush, I'm picking up that same yellow shade that we've been using this whole entire time, and I'm just going to be popping that in between the orange shade and the white shade, and this just gives us a really nice gradient between the two colors. Now I'm picking up the shade Bossy AF from that same Morphe palette, and I'm just going to be putting this into the outer corners of my eyes. I'm just doing this just because I felt like I just wanted a little bit more shimmer besides the orange shade that we used previously. And then now I'm going in with my e.l.f. liquid liner. This is in the shade Black. And I'm not going to be doing a wing today since I'm just going to be blowing this look clear out. So I'm just going to be doing just a line on my eye. Now I'm picking up the shade Shady from the Life's a Drag palette. Oh my god, that is so hard to say. From the Life's a Drag palette, the shade Shady. And I'm just going to be putting that where my liner and my eyeshadow meet, and I'm just going to be blowing that out. I want it so my eyeshadow blends into my liner as well as into my eyeshadows, if that makes sense. And then now I'm going in with my Urban Decay glitter liner. This is in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and I'm just going to be barely putting a little bit on where my crease line is. I suck at explaining this stuff, guys, so if you guys are confused, like just message me or something, or just watch and just see how I'm doing it, because it's so hard to explain. But now I'm going in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this stuff, and I'm just going to be giving my lashes just a little coat before I apply my falsies. But now I'm going in with some oil. I love to prime my face with oil. This one's just from TJ Maxx. You can honestly use whatever oil you have. If you have dry skin, if you don't have dry skin, I would not recommend using oil just because it would be really super oily on your face. But I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I love this foundation. Mine's in the shade Light Beige, and I went back to my beauty blender, guys. I had been on a brush kick for a little while, and I was using the Morphe Y6 brush so much, but I went back, and now I'm using the beauty blender, and I swear by the beauty blender, I don't think I'll ever go back to the brush until I go back to the brush next week. Now I'm just concealing with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I swear this stuff is just like a holy grail in my routine, just my whole entire makeup routine, because I use it on my eyes, I use it to cut out my crease, I use it to prime my eyes, use it to cut out my crease. Now I'm using it for concealer, highlighting, like everything. Like, it's amazing. Like, if you don't have this concealer, you have to get this concealer. And mostly with a beauty blender, you know, like even when I was using the brush, I always blended out my concealer with a beauty blender. My under eyes, you have to go with it. You have to go with a beauty blender. Like, it's the only way. Brushes just don't get in there, like, you know, like the beauty blender does. Now I'm going to be using the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, and I'm going to be using it on the Morphe Y11 brush, and I'm just ever so slightly going to be setting that concealer. Now I'm going in with my favorite bronzer. Oh my god, my friend Brittany put me onto this. I had never tried it, and then I tried it like just this month, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love the smell of it. I love the way it blends. Like, it's just the perfect color. And I'm going to be picking it up on the JH02 brush. And Jacqueline, how did you make this brush, girl? Like, this brush, this is my all-time favorite bronzing brush. I don't think I'll ever get another. Like, it's bomb. Now using the Morphe E4 brush, I'm going to be picking up the shade Dandelion from the Blush Bar palette from Benefit, and I'm just going to be applying that on the apples of my cheeks, and I like to blend my blush up a little bit more into my contour as well. Now starting on my lower lash line, I'm going to be picking up the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH43 brush. I was so excited to finally use this brush because Jaclyn Hill always tightlines her under eyes with this brush, and it always looks so perfect, so flawless. It doesn't look like a raccoon, you know, like it went too low, because this brush is just so precise. And I went in with the purple shade, and then now I'm going in with the orange shade that we used earlier, and then I'm going to be going in with the yellow shade as well, just to blend everything out and make my under eyes match my upper eyes. Going to be setting my face with the Morphe setting spray. This is my favorite setting spray. If you guys don't have it, I definitely recommend that you guys try it, because it is just like no other. It is so amazing. I'm going to be using the Morphe R36 highlighting brush, and I'm going to be picking up the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This one is in the shade Moonstone, and I'm just going to be applying that on the highest points of my face. I couldn't just stop there on highlight. You know I had to go in with that highlight topper. I'm picking up the Artist Couture highlight topper. This is in the shade, I'm pretty sure it's not just a topper. I'm pretty sure you could just use it as a highlight, but I always just use it as a topper just because I feel like it's like way too blinding, and it just like going over top of other highlights, it just like accentuates the glow, and it's just, I don't know, it's just gorgeous. This is the brand Artist Couture, by the way. And then I'm going in with the Jaclyn times Morphe Bulk Collection. This is the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and I'm picking up the shade VIP. This is my favorite inner corner shade of all time. Like seriously, I love it so much. I use it every day. For lips, I'm going to be picking up the Lorac lipstick. This is in the shade Working Girl. And then I'm also going to be picking up the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Sugar. And I'm just going to be applying that as my lip today. And that is the final look. Alright you guys, so that is it for the tutorial. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want to see more videos from me, then definitely give me a like and subscribe. Bye! Peace out! Okay, why do I suck at the talking part? I need to get better at the talking part. Okay.